What's up, Twitch and YouTube? It's MurphyD55 coming to you with another episode of Around the Gjallarhorn, and today we have YouTube and Twitch sensation Ferdy in the building, taking some time out of his Easter weekend to sit down with us and talk a little bit about Madden and a little bit about his journey as a content creator. So first and foremost, Ferdy, thank you so much for first of all for rescheduling this and making sure that we got this thing done, and for sharing your community and telling your story tonight.
Of course.
Appreciate you, man. And I was asking you in Discord before the stream started if you had any experience doing podcasts or like being interviewed or anything like that before, and you're saying this is your first time being on a podcast. Any nerves, or are you're pretty good in front of the camera at this point?
The only thing I'm kind of nervous about is the chat, because I know my guys get a little wild, you know.
That's perfect.
That was the one thing. But they're kind of behaving themselves, you know?
Don't even worry. I'm a little bit nervous, too, because we got right now McDuggets in the chat, who's my worst mod. He's the only one that I see in here right now. So he's normally the one who trolls me. I literally banned him last week. So, yeah, so I think we'll be all right. If we just ignore the chat and let the boys do what they do, we should be okay here. But
I bet. Yeah, I'm going to hide that chat for sure.
Absolutely. But man, Ferdy, it's been a busy week for you, I'm sure, like with the Easter promo being out, man. But before we get into like kind of, you know, the Madden content this year, which I do kind of want to talk to you and get your opinion as a content creator, where are you from? Like what's and where are you at right now? Where do you live?
I'm from North Jersey, but like on the Pennsylvania side.
Okay.
And that's where I'm at right now.
Nice.
Never left.
Beauty.
Yeah.
So you're still living at home. I think I was watching one of your videos the other day, and I saw some feet hanging off the end of your bed, and I was like, is this this like a doll? Is this like some sort of a? And then they disappeared halfway through the video.
Yeah, that's my brother.
Yeah. So are you and your brother fairly close? Like, is he involved in streaming at all too, or?
I mean, there was one time he had a little shift for us, but not really. No, not really.
And you find like you know, does your family kind of are they supportive of you kind of pursuing this journey as a content creator? Is it something you've had to fight with it all along the way?
I mean, at the beginning, you know, it's obviously tough because I stopped going to school pretty early on. But you know, once you show them like what you're making and stuff, like, you know, my dad understood. Like, he doesn't understand anything, but like once you start showing him, you know, and it's like, all right, well, you can do something with this. So that's kind of how it started.
For sure. And you know, as you were growing up, like, what were some of your interests growing up? Like, were you always into video games from a young age, or is that something that developed later on for you?
Yeah, always. As long as I can remember, you know, Pokemon growing up on the Game Boy.
Yeah.
And then had the Wii. I think I started playing Madden. I don't remember what Madden it was, but I mean, I had Madden on like the PS2. Yeah, all that stuff. That stuff.
That's awesome, going all the way back to the PS2. So what would your first Madden be, as far as you can remember? What was the first Madden that you actually bought or had in your house?
Oh, I don't even know. I just know me and my brother used to play some Madden on the PS2, maybe the PS3, where it was like Peyton Manning and like Austin Collie. Like, he would always use against me. I have no idea what Madden it was, but we definitely used to grind that for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome. What's the age gap between you and your brother? Are you guys fairly close in age, or is he significantly younger than you?
Yeah, like a year and a halp. He acts older than me, though. He acts older than me, and he's taller than me. So, yeah, he's like, people see us and they think I'm the little brother.
Yeah.
But like, he knows, you know what I mean? Like, that's all that matters.
For sure, man. Genetics are a crazy thing, I gotta say. But, you know, what else are you into, like, kind of, you know, before you got into streaming full time? Like, do you have any other interests? Are you a big sports guy? I know a lot of guys who play Madden also kind of have, you know, at least a casual interest in sports.
Yeah, I'm a big Jets fan, Knicks fan. I would say like part-time Yankees fan. Like, I just know they'll never be good, like, because they don't want to be. But yeah, big Jets fan. Probably a bigger Knicks fan.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Man,
but,
so you got some tough teams to root for. Like, I've had my guy King Cov on here a couple times. He's a big time Knicks fan. He was last year. The talk was like all optimism, you know, with making the playoffs for the first time in a while. You know, looking like you guys were kind of building towards kind of this extended run of success. And then there was like the TikToks that kind of went crazy early in the year, like with the you know, Bing Bong and all that stuff. And everybody was like, you know, the Knicks fans are wild. Yeah, man. And now it's like, like, where do you think the Knicks are at now? Like at the end of the season, you guys have RJ Barrett, who's Canadian. Like, he grew up like right around where I'm from in Toronto. So, you know, obviously I'm rooting for him, but do you think he's like a legit franchise type player for you guys, or is he kind of a little bit too much being asked?
I don't know. I feel like to have RJ become a star player, just like I don't think like within the next 2 years he's taking us to a finals. I feel like you got
Yeah.
to bring in like another guy, like I've heard like Donovan Mitchell,
Yeah.
guys like that. Where if you bring a guy like that in,
Yeah.
hopefully, I mean, I like Julius, just like when he just blatantly doesn't show effort, it's hard to defend him.
Yeah. Yeah.
But people are saying like build around Obi and Quickly and RJ. I'm like, I don't know if that's the answer. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I don't know if that's
Yeah, I didn't
really,
realize
but
like if Obi was actually a prospect. I know the second last game of the season he put up like 40 plus
yeah.
points on my Raptors. Like I was like, who the hell is this guy? I've never heard of him before. So at least you have some young pieces. It's better to have a young team that you can build around than like an old team that's also bad and then there's no light at the end of the tunnel. But man, Chad is giving me a million questions that they want to ask. I'm gonna do some chat questions, maybe because there's so many of your guys in here. Maybe we can end off the podcast later on with some chat questions, and you can take the fifth and not answer them if you want to as well.
All right, yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, but yeah, and then again, like in Madden, like being a Jets fan, like that's also tough, man. The Jets have, maybe since Rex Ryan left, I don't know if they've had like a winning season in my memory.
Oh no.
It's been tough, man. Like where are the Jets at? In your eyes right now, how close are they to turning around the ship?
Not close, I don't think. Just because the AFC is just too good right now. I think I don't see unless Zach Wilson gets into that like Super League conversation. I think if I don't think Zach will ever be a game manager in his career. He's either gonna bust or he's gonna be just amazing. It's one of the two.
Yeah.
I doubt he's ever I doubt he's like mediocre.
Yeah.
But yeah, in the AFC, especially in the AFC East, I think it's tough to really get out of there with like Mahomes, Herbert, even now with the Dolphins, if Tyreek and all the Waddle, all those guys, it's tough.
It's got to be tough, like as a Jets fan, like looking at all these other teams making huge blockbuster moves and then being like, oh boy, like what are we doing? I knew like there's so many meme-worthy moments too. Like I think of the Jets and I think of all the memes. I think of the butt fumble, like from back in the day. I think about like the opening press conference for Adam Gase where he's like he's bugging out and like what the hell's going on with this dude. So at least Adam Gase is out of town. That's one good thing for you guys for sure.
I was excited. I was definitely excited on that day for sure, man.
Yeah,
for sure.
Absolutely. But man, so and you said you're a casual Yankees fan too. So is that a thing? Like so you said you're in Jersey, but you're on the Pennsylvania side. What does that mean exactly? I'm not a geography buff. I've been to NYC.
So I'm like, so Pennsylvania borders New York.
Yeah.
I mean borders New Jersey and then New York on the other side. But
yeah.
So like North Jersey. When people think North Jersey, they think like I guess like New York. I guess people think, but I'm like in the country. Like the Chadwick jokes around like I live on a farm. I literally live on a farm though. But yeah, I'm like 15 minutes from Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Man, Pennsylvania is beautiful to drive through. I know I've driven through Pennsylvania, but I mean, if it wasn't for GPS, I would have no clue where I was on my way into NYC.
Sure.
Yeah, but so did you play any sports like growing up? Was that something for you, or not so much?
I played sports until I played like in like a rec league my freshman year before like the baseball season started. But yeah, I played. I wasn't. I mean, like I like basketball. I still like basketball. I still play basketball. But there's some. I'm realistic. Being like when I got into high school, I was like smaller than every kid, like by far. So I stopped playing basketball. Baseball, I just fell out of love with it. I played it my whole life up until that point, and I didn't play any sports in high school, but all growing up I did.
Yeah, and it's tough too. Like really, you can only play sports up to the end of high school essentially, unless you're like a super elite type talent. So that's where most people's kind of sports journey ends, mine included. So I wanted to ask you too. So you played video games growing up. You're saying you played a lot of the Pokemon. Have you engaged with any of the new Pokemon games that are out now? Like, do you have time to play any other games? Like, even though you're like grinding Madden, 24/7.
Yeah, I played them all. I haven't missed one ever. Nope, beat them all whenever they come out. Usually that week when a new Pokemon game comes out, you won't see me streaming as much. Or maybe I could have double uploaded that day, but instead, I'm like, all right, well, I gotta do this. So I still play them all. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you see, you're playing on the Game Boy back in the day. I was so jealous because I never had a Game Boy growing up. I don't think I've ever played a Pokemon video game. I would have to like try and snatch one of my friends and play on their on theirs. But back in the day, do you ever have one of those like cables where you like plug the cable in and you can like battle in Pokemon? Do you remember those things?
Oh yeah, but like that was early
like,
on. I probably was I was probably on the Game Boy for like maybe like 2 years, maybe. Yeah, but I do remember that because then like the DS came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, things changed then. Did you ever play Pokemon Go on your phone, or was that not included in the Pokemon?
Yeah, I did. I was definitely on that. Behind like my mom's house, there was like we used to have like trails back there. I used to
Yeah.
pull up the bike and go crazy. I'm happy I didn't have my license yet
Oh,
when
bro,
that
yeah.
game came out. I would have been driving the Pokestops. I was all I had was the bike though, so
Yeah,
that's
that's
what it
wild.
is.
Absolutely
Yeah.
crazy. But yeah, so, when did you decide to kind of, first either boot up as like first of all, what came first for you? Was it YouTube or was it Twitch that came first as a content creator?
I started yeah, I always did YouTube, but like for this channel, I started with YouTube, and then people kept telling me to stream, and I was like, I wanted to make sure I had because I knew like it's hard to grow on Twitch without anything else like funneling people on there, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure I had at least some kind of following on YouTube, and yeah, I probably like I started my YouTube channel in like January, then that year I think it was April, end of April, I started streaming.
Yeah, nice. And in your experience, like which one, has been the more challenging one to grow? Like when you first started uploading YouTube videos, was it a slow process, or did you have some success early on with some of your first videos that came out?
Well, yeah, my first couple of videos, I mean, my first couple of videos weren't that great. But then I had like a Raheem gameplay that I posted for like the Super Bowl promo,
Yeah.
and it got like 5K, and I was like,
Wow,
holy, I was like,
that's
that was
wild.
like my like fourth video, fifth video, or maybe like down. I don't really remember
Yeah.
what video it was, but yeah, pretty early, and then it kind of died off, and then I was
Yeah.
trying new things, so I don't know. I feel like I would have to say YouTube was a little harder.
Yeah.
Just because you gotta go, you like can't miss. You know what I mean? Like how the algorithms work. Like you gotta
For
be every
sure.
day. Yeah, I'd probably say YouTube for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've found that in my own experience, at least with Twitch, you kind of have your personality to rely on, just making those personal connections. Whereas YouTube, you're really just putting out content and hoping that people are going to like what you're watching. And like you said, too, the algorithm comes into play. Was that something that you had any knowledge about before you got into YouTube? Like, had you done any research ahead of time? Or did you just kind of like, just give it a try and then the algorithm happened to be in your favor?
Well, so growing up, I was always making videos. Like I had like one of the first like Elgatos when I don't know, I asked for like my birthday
Yeah.
when I was like I don't even know how old. So I was always like making videos, trying with channels and stuff.
Yeah.
But I was young, so I mean, I had probably no idea what I was doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I usually whenever I enjoy a game a lot, I start making videos on it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just felt like that's what I wasn't seeing in Madden 20, so I started making those Madden 20 videos, the tier list, the stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of
Nice.
I guess it was the algorithm.
Yeah, for sure. And speaking of those tier lists that you first put out, like how so was that kind of the initial content that kind of helped you blow up in the first place, like kind of ranking top tens and things like that? Like, is that something you still do on your channel today?
Yeah, I've been doing the tier list for a minute. It wasn't my idea. I took it from I don't know if you know who it is, but DDG. He's a big my
Hmm.
team YouTuber. I basically take
Okay.
all my ideas from him. So
Yeah.
that's because no one's really doing like no one was doing the stuff that I was doing
Yeah.
like that he was doing on Madden. So I just took a lot of his ideas and I brought him over. Like the I rate your team stuff,
Yeah.
that was from him completely. And the tier list obviously from him too.
Yeah. And have you like reached out to him and talked? Like, did you know him personally, or did you know him like online before you does he know who you are at this point as well?
I doubt it.
Yeah.
I
So is,
doubt it. I
is he
doubt
like
it.
one of those like huge like guys like MMG level, like one of those guys who has like hundreds of thousands on every video, or is he?
Um, I mean I think he's like 200K right now. I
Yeah,
still watch some of his stuff,
yeah.
but yeah, DBG was big for me
Oh,
for
see, yeah,
sure.
yeah. People are trolling me because I said DDG. Hey, it's my bad, guys. I'm just getting into YouTube, okay? The chat's getting on me, but yeah, Ferdy. The other thing I wanted to ask you as a YouTube content creator, and you kind of already answered it here, but like taking ideas and finding unique types of content, like who were some of your influences? When you first started out, did you watch a whole lot of Madden YouTube or YouTube in general before you even thought about doing it yourself?
Um, I mean, to be honest, I mean, Madden YouTube, probably like right before I started in Madden 20, I was watching a lot of like Throne.
Yeah,
But now I don't really watch anyone. I feel like it throws me off almost. I don't know,
yeah,
it's weird.
yeah,
I feel like it throws me off to watch other people like because I
for
would want to
sure.
take ideas from them and stuff. It's just natural, you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
I really kind of don't watch anyone anymore, but before I
yeah.
started, yeah. for sure.
Yeah, okay, I get that. So you're kind of cognizant of like if you're gonna be watching stuff, you're gonna be worrying, am I being influenced and doing stuff that's just popular
Yeah,
and
yeah,
not doing what I
yeah.
want to do? And yeah, okay, that actually
Exactly.
makes a lot of sense to me. So you don't consume a whole lot of YouTube now, so you're kind of like in this little sensory deprivation bubble where you kind of just get in the lab, come up with your ideas, and I mean, plus I'm imagining you don't probably have too many hours in a day to just sit back and watch a 15-minute video. Like you're probably spending
Yeah,
every
not
free hour
really. Yeah.
working on stuff of your own.
Yeah, when I
Um,
when I record offline videos, I do watch YouTube videos during that usually.
yeah.
I watch a lot of like Minecraft videos. They like relax me, believe it or not. I don't know why.
Nice.
I've always liked watching just Minecraft videos. I don't even play it,
Yeah,
but I don't know. They're just I always have them on in the background or something whenever I'm making a video.
for sure. Honestly, on TikTok, I'll scroll through some of those and like you'll see people making these cities that have taken God knows how many hours to create,
Yeah,
and
it's
and it does look
crazy.
kind of cool. And you know, one thing about Minecraft, like I'm a kindergarten teacher. Kids in my class will play Minecraft. You know, their siblings who are in high school will play Minecraft. Like it actually probably
Yeah.
has one of the widest. You know,
Oh, for
one of
sure.
the
Yeah.
widest bases of people that can actually play it. And I saw
Mhm.
on Netflix too. They got like Minecraft TV shows on Netflix now on the kids section too that I'll play for my
Really?
class. Yeah, man, they have like just whole episodes created on Minecraft with like voiceover work done. So
Oh,
it's kind
sick.
of wild. Yeah, but one other thing that I wanted to ask you about YouTube. So you mentioned you'll be doing a lot of stuff where you're recording. Obviously, a lot of your videos that you post, you're recording off stream. But I also noticed that you started posting your stream highlights on your channel as well.
Uh-huh.
When did you decide to do that, and what kind of led to you to decide to post those stream highlights?
Well, I watch a lot of I still watch a lot. I mean, not as much as I used to, but I used to watch a lot of like Los Polos, if you know who that is.
I
Um,
don't know anybody from YouTube, man. I know like three people. I know you and a couple
uh-huh.
others. Yeah.
So Los, he actually didn't make the stream highlights, but
Hmm.
someone I think in his community would make the stream highlights. So I always
Yeah.
wanted to um do the stream highlight stuff. So when I started streaming, I started editing myself and I would save all the clips and stuff. So
Yeah.
that's where that kind of came from.
That's
Yeah.
dope. And when you do these, like, are you doing like recaps of one stream, or is it like over a period of like a week? You'll take the highlights from that week of streaming.
Usually for like maybe like 2 months at a time, I'll just
Yeah.
whenever something happens, I'll just clip it and then I'll put it in a folder and then
Yeah.
whenever that time's up, I'll just go through them all and put it in a video.
Yeah.
See
So
how it happens.
that kind of sounds like what a lot of people do who are like grinding TikTok. Everyone's got that little folder of clips and you don't really know what to do with it. Is TikTok something? Because I was trying to find your TikTok before the stream, do you use it at all? Is it something you have?
I was heavy TikTok at like the end of Madden 21.
Yeah.
I did a couple this year. I actually had my best. I had one get like to like 500K or 450K this
Oh,
year. But I
yeah.
don't like posting on TikTok. I don't like the comment section. I don't like the
Yeah.
people on there. I don't even really put effort into it. I got like I don't know. I do have a TikTok with like I think like 6K, but it's
Yeah.
nothing really that I really
Okay,
put
I
much
gotta
effort
add that
into.
to the link. So it's not more enjoyable to you, but like YouTube has recently come out. We're fairly recently with the YouTube Shorts. Is that something that you've engaged in at all? Like I know you do a lot of long form content, but is YouTube Shorts something you do as well?
I probably should, but I
Yeah,
used to just rip my old TikToks that I was making, put them up on YouTube. But I probably should do shorts.
yeah,
Would probably be smart. I
yeah.
might I might end up doing them to end this year and see how it goes.
I mean, full disclosure, you won't make any money off of shorts. Apparently, you can't make money. You don't get view time off it. But
Really?
for so you're already big on YouTube. Who knows? Like it might be big for small streamers to get some exposure. I don't know how much it benefits a big streamer, but it's I mean, if you already have that file of clips, you never know. Might be worth a shot. Doesn't take much
Might give it a try.
to do for sure.
Yeah, they're
Um,
easy. Yeah, for sure.
yeah, absolutely. But another thing, like how much of the creative process on YouTube do you take care of yourself? Like, do you or have you ever like paid an editor to do videos for you, or like thumbnail guys? Or are you pretty much self sufficient at this point?
Yeah, I do it all myself. I feel like I should probably reach out. There's one series that I have that I want to find an editor for,
Yeah,
but I don't know. It just feels weird, like putting that into someone else's hands when I
yeah,
can just do it myself. It feels like if I pass it off to someone else, it's just me being lazy. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So
for
yeah, I do
sure.
it all myself. I've done it from the beginning. Yeah.
That's incredible. But it's also like, from what I've heard, my editing for these podcasts is just crop the beginning, crop the end, done. Like I don't have to do any of the in between. But I know
Uh,
editing can be super time consuming.
yeah, it
Um,
is. It is for
would
sure.
you say is that the toughest part of putting out your content is the editing, or what are some of the things that are more challenging for you to learn? Um,
Um, the most frustrating thing for me is always I don't know. I feel like before I really understood how like the whole like uploading the YouTube process worked, there'd be a lot of times where it'd be like stuck in like a like processing, and I'd get like
Yeah.
pissed off. I like
Yeah, yeah.
I like I don't know. I wouldn't be patient. I guess that was
Yeah.
probably the hardest thing. I guess, but yeah, I've always been kind of good with like the editing and stuff.
Yeah.
I've always had like a computer and messed around with that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Nice. You kind of found the perfect thing for your skill set. And so you were saying that you had to kind of leave school to start, the full-time. So are you full-time right now, like with YouTube and Twitch?
Yeah, I'm full
Yeah.
time and I work on the farm a little bit, but
Yeah.
outside of that, yeah, full time.
Nice. And so were you in college after high school at all, or like did you like when is it that you decided to step away from school?
Yeah, so I went to a community college. I knew I was gonna go to community college since I was like a sophomore, so like
Yeah.
I kind of messed around all through school really,
Yeah.
and just did the bare minimum. Went to community college. I got real depressed like all through like community
Yeah.
college and stuff, and then I started making videos in like January, and then I started seeing I'm like, oh shit, like if I like apply
Yeah.
myself to this, I can actually like I can get views, I
Yeah.
can get subscribers and stuff. So
For
yeah,
sure.
that summer I like told my dad I'm like I ain't going back, and he was like, yeah, hell no, dude, like yeah, come on. So
Yeah.
yeah, and I was like, no, give me a chance, and I showed him like the money I was making, and it wasn't much, but
Yeah.
yeah, but
But it
yeah,
was but
that's all I needed.
it
Yeah,
opened
for
his
sure.
eyes for sure. I bet. Yeah, I mean, honestly, like the idea of going to school is to get a job that you can support yourself with. That's kind of the
Yeah,
main part. So you went there and you still ended up finding something you could support yourself with. It just wasn't in the
exactly.
classroom. So
Yeah, yeah,
still a success story. It showed you what you didn't want to do with your
yeah.
time. And so like the farm that you're living on, is it a family farm like that you guys have had for a long time? Is it something that
Yeah, it's a family farm. It's kind of washed up. Like we used to have animals on it and stuff. Now it's just a lot of land.
yeah.
But yeah, I do live on it now these days. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Is it like, did you guys have like agriculture stuff going on there? Or is it more just like the property now at this point, and you guys
Oh
are just
yeah.
using it for your home?
Now it's just the property. We used to have like goats on it, and I think it was only goats. And I don't even know what crops we used to do. I don't know. I was young when it was still going.
Yeah.
But yeah, now it's just land. I just take the golf cart and the quads around on it. It's fun. It's a good
Nice.
time.
Sweet.
Yeah.
And the other thing I was going to ask, like being out there in the country too, like how challenging is it for you to get good internet out there? Like, did they have like fiber optic cables running in your area, or like are you like going off of a hotspot? Like how are you able to do this?
Well, here it's okay, but where my mom lives, we had this thing that was called HughesNet. If
Yeah.
anyone's got that, I feel awful for you. It was basically like a data plan, but for your internet. So you've like,
Yeah.
you clearly see how that wouldn't work out if you're playing like
Yeah.
video games on it. You'd run out and you have to pay for more like gigabytes or whatever.
Yeah.
That shit was awful. So we ended up just getting rid of it and just working off of LTE. But
Yeah.
here it's all right. I'm a little bit closer to some other stuff, but
Nice.
yeah, the internet's
Yeah.
been all right here.
Well, who knows if you keep growing at the rate you're growing at, you can always just do the Nick Merckx thing and just get a whole cable tower installed on your property. You got the land for it, it sounds like. But
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, so we talked a little bit about your start off on YouTube, and you said it was about 3 or 4 months. Did you say into your YouTube
Yeah.
that your community kind of pushed you to start streaming?
Uh-huh.
What was your first stream like? Do you remember your first stream? Like, what did you have like nice overlays and stuff? Was it advanced? Was it basic? Like, how was it?
Uh, Basically the same thing I got now.
Yeah,
I started up with the little GIF, with a jet
yeah,
player or whatever. I remember I was so nervous 'cause I never booted up a stream before. But how it takes a little while for the noti to kick on. I was like, well, shit, no one's coming. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Because the chat wasn't moving. I started the stream. I was like, how do they know
yeah.
I'm streaming? But it ended up working out. I probably had like 40 in there the first stream.
Nice.
Um, yeah, it was good. It was good from the beginning on Twitch for sure.
Yeah, and did you find like a lot of your viewership like on Twitch at the beginning was like just guys coming over from your YouTube, or like were you sending out like tweets and stuff to get them over there, and the boys just showed up, or were you getting like a lot of new faces right off the bat?
I think it had to have been YouTube. I don't think I really was tweeting out. I didn't start tweeting out my streams till like this year. I
Yeah,
didn't tweet them out at all last year. But yeah, and I never even because now I usually whenever I'm live I'll put out like a I'm live on like in like my
yeah,
YouTube community tab. But
yeah,
I started doing that this year. I never did it before. So I guess that they must have just been viewers that I mean I think I
yeah,
used to upload videos right before I'd start streaming. And
yeah.
I'd say I'm live on Twitch right now when you're watching this, and I'd say something like that. I think that's how I started getting people
Oh,
over
that's
here.
awesome. That's crazy.
Yeah,
So it's
I
encouraging guys
remember
to
that.
watch your stuff right as it comes out and bump you in the algorithm, and then
I should
also getting
probably
your
start
stream
doing
too.
that again.
Yeah, honestly, I was like, that might be the glitch right there. Holy cow.
I don't know why I stopped doing that.
It's funny, man. Sometimes it just like that's the thing about being a content creator is like sometimes you just like you have good ideas, you get away from it, try some new stuff, and then the good ideas get left by the wayside. But I mean, I will say, man, whatever you're doing right now seems to be working because every time I go into your Twitch chat, it's popping in there. Man, even your community traveling with you, like it's amazing some of the people that have come in here today and they've been sticking around the whole time, and now they're getting ads. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry about the ads. Okay, I got to pay my bills. I need my 17 cents a month.
They do the same shit to me, man.
Oh man, but yeah. So on Twitch, like how far into your Twitch streaming experience did you kind of realize that maybe partner was something that was achievable for you? Was it right off the bat, or did you start to build momentum at some point?
I guess partner just kind of happened. I'm probably the only dude that will ever say this to you, but like I was kind of upset I got partner because once I got partner, I felt like I was working towards something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And once I hit it, I was like, now what? You know what I mean? So that happened, and then I did a subathon right after that, and that like I lost motivation for a little bit because I was working so hard to get partner. Just streaming Madden because when you're trying to get partner, you don't want to play any other games either. If you get on like Fortnite or whatever, then your average viewer is gonna drop down. Yeah. So that was definitely a grind. It was fun looking back on it, but then once I hit it, my motivation was gone. It was bad on Twitch. Like it was bad.
100%. Honestly, like you're probably the first person I've heard actually say that, but that makes a whole lot of sense. Like partner is one of the things that when you're starting out is one of the hardest things to achieve on Twitch because you got to have a really either you have to have really consistent growth or you got to have a month where you kind of catch fire. But yeah, absolutely. It's like a lot of partners who've been partnered for a long time will say, really at the end of the day, it's just a check mark. You don't get like a big check. You don't get, any more subs. It's literally just that purple check mark there. So, that's a refreshing thing to hear for sure. So what about on YouTube? Like, do you have certain goals on YouTube that you can achieve, like measurable things along the lines of partnership? Because you already have, your, what is it, 4,000 hours and 1,000 followers. So are there different tiers like of partnership?
I don't actually know. I think you can get verified on YouTube.
Yeah.
That's not really like a goal. I don't know if that's really something like you work towards, like Twitch, where you have to get a certain amount of numbers.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just love to get 100K. Who knows when that'll be? It's tough to grow in Madden for sure, especially at this point of the year. But that's like the goal. Once I hit that, I don't know what will happen. Maybe I don't even know. Maybe 200K. I have no idea. But that's what I'm working for. That's all I'm working towards.
For sure, and I think you're sitting at. I was checking out your account. Are you like 35,000 right now? Like
I'm at like 35. Yeah,
that's huge. That's awesome. And have you found that the growth like kind of has stayed consistent the whole time, or has it kind of grown a little bit each month, like where it's like exponentially growing? The more followers you have, you keep getting more subs.
Well, so Madden 21, I didn't when I was playing Madden 21, I didn't realize at the moment. I thought it was just going to be exponential. Yeah. But like I said, I kind of lost motivation like at the end of 21, and I didn't upload. I didn't upload for like a month on YouTube. Didn't stream for like 3 months. So I think that really screwed me in the algorithm. Yeah. For this year, and also I feel like there wasn't as much interest in the game this year. But Madden 21 was big for me. I didn't realize it at the moment. I thought it was just gonna be like that, and then 22 was gonna be bigger, and 20. Yeah, but it wasn't like that. So this year, definitely a step back, I'd say. I definitely would say that. Some would say I fell off. You know what I mean?
Ferdy fell off. Kessler's. Don't worry about him, man. He's a notorious troll. I don't know how he got that.
I know.
That's gotta be a mistake.
Definitely a mistake.
Yeah, man. No, it is tough, and it's tough too because it's like cyclical. Like I'm sure you noticed like around Zero Chill time, maybe some of your videos were popping a little bit more. And did you find that the Easter promo was like good for your content, like in general this year, or did it make a?
I don't know. Not really. I didn't feel like that was that much of a jump. It felt like it was just the same.
Yeah.
After Zero Chill, you get a little bit of a bump, and then I don't know. I don't think so. For me, at least, and definitely no.
Yeah. What's your take on the rollout of the program, like overall, like either from a coin making perspective or like the type of cards that we got? Like, if you had to kind of rank this most recent promo, where would you rank it at?
I liked part one of it. I did like it. I like how in the eggs you were able to pull the bigger stuff from it as well. I did like that. Definitely a W. As far as the coin making goes, I don't really know much about that. I usually You just buy the cards, do the
Yeah,
gameplays, and hop off. But
for sure.
yeah, I did like the content for sure.
Yeah.
I like the eggs, all that stuff. I was a fan of this promo for sure. For sure.
Yeah,
One of the better ones.
absolutely. I will
Yeah.
say, like, I was watching, some streamers like ripping their eggs, like hundreds of eggs. I had like 4 eggs to rip on Easter. I think I ended up selling them all. I got like 3 Chris Westries. I sold them all. Then I look at him. I'm like, damn, he's 6'4". I probably should have kept one of those. So like I really feel like I bungled this program. I feel like I messed up. I think I lost like 1.5 million just from being stupid, and I see everybody else making pure profit. Apparently, like the small and medium eggs is where a lot of guys made their profit. Like I was like, damn, they're pulling like
I didn't even have
94s, 95s out of immediate. Like I was, definitely messed up on this one. But there still is more content to come. Like obviously around big promos for content creators, it's great because you have a reason to stream or a reason to make videos. But golden tickets is that something that it gives you a spike or gives you a little bit of inspiration, like when these new cards are coming out, especially a guy like you who does a lot of gameplays and stuff like that. Are you excited for the golden tickets coming out in the next couple weeks?
Yeah, I'm definitely excited for sure. I feel like this year, I know people are mad there's no training varieties, but I feel like another reason why I lost motivation in 21 was because the golden tickets were so easy to get. So like everyone just had like the same team really.
Yeah.
So I am kind of excited to see how they roll them out, and the what's the word I like to use? Exclusivity. I can never get a word. You know what I mean?
That's I know the word you're talking about. I can't say
yeah. Exclusive. I have no idea.
Exclusivity, something like that.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Of the golden tickets this year, I think it'll be cool. Hopefully I have enough coins for the gameplays and stuff, but that is the plan for sure. I'm excited for it. I think they'll probably do good on YouTube.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah, you're right about that too. Like, really, last year you could field a golden ticket team for pretty cheap. Like, I feel like everybody last year had a huge surplus of coins and could just get 300K for a golden ticket's pretty damn good. It's like training value. So, this year I'm really hoping they do bring back the training variety packs. I mean, it's just like printing coins essentially. At least it was last year.
For sure it was.
I'm starting to get worried. I was honestly thinking early in the year, like around Zero Chill when limiteds were flying out of packs, I was like, you know what? I'm set up now. Like, there's no way I run out of coins. And then after this Easter promo, I'm like, damn, am I going to be able to get golden tickets? I don't know. Now I'm going to have to actually play solos and stuff. I don't know. I'm not willing to do it. But have you heard about any of the leak cards? Are there any kind of sources that you have that have given you an idea of some of the ones that are going to be created either by because a lot of what happens is big content creators end up buying them, right, or helping people make them. Have you heard any word on the street about some of the cards you might be looking at?
Mainly just from my guy Mikey on Twitter. That's about it. I see him tweeting out stuff. He's got the good information. I don't know how he gets it, but that's usually where I get my information from.
Yeah, nice.
But yeah, I there was one dude in my chat who I think actually pulled one. I still don't know if he was trolling or not, but it seemed pretty legit.
Was it Killa KG, maybe? Might have been Killa KG. He's the only guy I've seen around the Madden community that I actually know who I think pulled one. I think he's the one who's making Darrington Evans halfback card.
Oh, he's that streamer dude. The streamer dude that pulled one, right?
Yeah. Actually, it's kind of cool. I'm definitely gonna try and I did an around the Gjallarhorn with Darrington Evans actually a while ago, so I'm definitely gonna be reposting that video when his golden ticket comes out. Get some run off that. But yeah, I'd heard that there's like maybe Deion Sanders like slot card, like some of those out of position ones are kind of cool.
Yeah, there's some cool ones.
I mean, last year was they had like the Jonathan Ogden. They had some fun cards last year too that were not necessarily good for like a comp if you're trying to play like super competitive, but really good for YouTube anyways. But yeah, I guess we'll see how that goes. I'm really hoping. So Madden 20, when you started streaming, that was when golden tickets were going for like 6 million, like crazy prices.
Oh, yeah, right? I had the chat. The chat was shout out to like Baloo, all those dudes who were in like the chats at the beginning. For some reason, I don't know why, they gave me a bunch of golden tickets. So I didn't have any before I started streaming. Then they gave them to me. I made some gameplays on them and stuff. So
that's awesome. It's good to have those connections.
I don't know why they were giving them to me, but hey, shout out to them. I didn't get any in 21, by the way, but it's whatever.
You were already Hollywood by then. You didn't need to rely on anyone for your cards and your plug. But hey man, the copy pastas are going crazy in here. I appreciate you guys coming through and watching. But Ferdy, I did want to ask you about, and it kind of is a perfect segue here because you're talking about your boys in the community. Describe your community, like the guys that you've kind of met through Twitch and YouTube. Is there a lot of crossover? Like, do you have a Discord that's like fairly active as well?
Yeah, we got a Discord. Just the community is just wild. I don't know how it got like this. I still don't understand how my chat is like this because I don't know. I actually have no idea, but yeah, we have a Discord. Probably not family friendly.
Yeah.
Probably has taught a lot of kids a lot of things they probably should have known yet. You know what I mean? But
You got to educate them.
yeah, it is what it is. So that's what the community's like. I love them though. It is what it is.
Have you had a chance to meet anybody from Twitch IRL yet at this point? Like, is there anyone that you either like, content creators or like people from your community that you've like met up with at any point?
Yeah. Like 2 weeks ago, I drove up to Buffalo to go see Jock, help him build his PC.
Nice.
And we did a little stream up there. So yeah, he's the only one though. He's the only one.
Yeah.
So
Oh, that's awesome, man. Oh, I guess that's not too far, right? Like Jersey to upstate
yeah, it was
New York.
It's like 5.5.
Yeah. Oh, not bad, man. Yeah, Jock's only probably like an hour and a half away from where I'm at, but it's yeah, that's dope, man. It's really cool. Like, was he? Is it weird at all to you? Like, you said you've been kind of like online making videos, doing stuff for a long time, even before Twitch. But like, is the idea of kind of turning your online life into your IRL life, is that kind of weird at all to you, or are you pretty comfortable with it? Like, was it when you first saw Jock? Like, do you guys shake hands? Do you hug? Do you wave to each other from a distance? Like, how do you like? Is it weird?
Definitely a firm hug.
Yeah.
Maybe he gave me a little peck on the cheek.
Oh,
I don't really
beautiful.
remember clearly, but it went something like that for sure. But yeah, I mean, my like online life and my real life, it's all kind of crossed over me. My dad calls me Ferdy, so it's weird. I don't know. I no one's called me by my real name in so long. It's strange for sure.
Damn, so you've assumed the persona. You are Ferdy now. That's another thing I was going to ask about. How did that name? So that's not your first name. How did that name come about? Where's the Ferdy name come from?
My middle name's Ferdinand. So
yeah,
so I went with Ferdy, short for Ferdinand.
Nice.
But that's where that name came from.
Nice. I like that. Yeah, that's awesome, man. It's true though. Like, you're making this kind of your full-time gig. So really, there is no dividing line between online and in person, so that's kind of cool. I'm glad you got to meet up with Jock. He seems like a cool dude. I was able to have him here on one of my other podcasts, the Northern, a while ago, and he definitely seems like a cool dude. Although he streamed. So did he just switch to PC? Because when he was on here, I think he was on a Mac, like streaming when.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, bro, so I went up there and helped him build it. He's not too great on that. I had to teach him some things, but. Yeah.
I was gonna say like his videos look great and stuff, but I don't think I've ever had worse video quality coming in a Discord call. He was basically frozen with his voice coming through for the entire podcast. We all just tried to ignore it, but I was like, "Damn, man, we gotta get this guy on a PC." So I'm glad to hear that you helped him out. That's funny, man. I had no idea that he was actually making the switch. Yeah, PC is huge. Like when you first make that upgrade from well, when you started out, you were already on PC when you first got into streaming.
Yeah, I got a PC for Fortnite. I was big on that, so I had a PC when I started.
Nice.
But, yeah.
Is Fortnite? Did you So you mentioned too? I kind of want to circle back to it. You said that you were always kind of posting videos. Like, are there other Ferdy channels out there from a long time ago on YouTube that people can find? Like, can I find Fortnite clips from you, like from when you were like 12 or something?
So I this channel that I actually have now was Fortnite clips. They're all gone now. I got rid of them before I started making Madden stuff.
Yeah.
There is one channel out there that isn't video game related. It's me and my friends playing soccer. I'm not gonna say the name of it. I don't want the chat I don't want the chat to find it. If they find it, it is what it is.
Easter
but there
egg
is
hunt. Let's go.
There is like 14 videos. It may or may not be me in a British accent playing soccer, but they're out there. They're out there, dude. They're out there. So yeah.
Oh, that is crazy. I don't know whether you're just trying to troll your community right now, but guys, the goal right now of the stream is you guys got to get on YouTube right now and just start looking for channels with 14 videos of guys doing soccer in a British accent. That's incredible. I love that. It's kind of funny. It's like when you pull up like old projects or old like skits that you had to do for elementary school or something, and you look at those old videos, you're like, what the hell was wrong with me back then? That's kind of cool though that you left it up there online. I will say, Ferdy, because you were so open and sharing that there is also a YouTube channel that I will not disclose the name of when I had to do virtual school for my kindergarten class. So you could find a few of my kindergarten lessons for my students on there. But I might have made it private. I hope I made it private. I will after the stream today. But the last thing that I kind of wanted to ask you about, because we kind of covered your, start as a content creator. We covered a little bit about your personal life and the community that you've kind of built here. But, what are your future goals, either by the end of this Madden, going into Madden 23, or even like big picture, like down the road? What do you see as your goals as a content creator, or even if you have goals outside of content creation?
So I would say my goal for the end of this year is just I'm testing different things out, and hopefully I can find a good formula for Madden 23. I don't think I'll hit any subscriber goal by the end of 23. I just don't think it'll happen, just
Yeah,
based on how this year's gone so far. I would like to hit 40, but I don't think it's possible.
yeah,
But I think my goal right now before 23 is to find a formula. Like I feel like my I Rate Your Team series and my tier list videos are pretty
yeah,
good, but I think my gameplay videos could definitely be better. So yeah,
yeah,
I'm trying to find that formula for sure. That's my goal, I guess, before 23.
yeah.
Um, yeah.
Absolutely. So you're trying to find the YouTube formula, in other words, is what you're telling me here.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Trying to
Yeah,
cut down
because
that retention and shit, whatever people say.
yeah, yeah. Hey, that's awesome, man. But honestly, already you are kind of in that elite, tiny percentile of really successful people on YouTube and on Twitch too. I think I was looking. You have like over 15,000 on Twitch as well. So
I
you
still don't know
know,
how I have that many followers on Twitch. I don't know where they all are, but shout out to them. I don't know where they are. I saw the other day. I said on
yeah.
stream like, how do I have 15K? Where is everyone?
Yeah,
But
seriously, man, it's weird. It's like, like do 14,000 have noties turned off? I don't know how it works
I
exactly,
don't know
but
either. That makes no sense to me.
yeah, but honestly, Ferdy, like it's been incredible to kind of watch your rise in success, and you seem like a really motivated dude with a good head on your shoulders, and I'm wishing you the best of luck, and hopefully, you're able to hit
Appreciate it.
that goal by the end of this year, and going into Madden 23. Hopefully, the algorithm is kind to you, and you're able to
And
get to that
hopefully,
goal of 100K.
hopefully.
But man, it's been an absolute blast talking to you. I was wondering, are you okay to open it up to me? I've never done this before on the end of one of these podcasts, but are you okay to open it up maybe for a minute or two to some chat questions, and we can filter through
Absolutely.
some good
Absolutely.
ones here? Beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
100%.
No, normally, I'm not gonna lie, and everybody who's in the chat right now, I appreciate you guys all being in here. I'm not gonna lie. Normally, the chat is super quiet during these podcasts because I'm not addressing chat at all. This is probably the most messages I've ever had in a 45-minute period in my life. Like the chat has been rolling the whole time. So guys, give me some questions in the chat right now. Okay, Arkesters has put this multiple times. He mentioned this early on. Ask about Aunt Pam.
Aunt Pam?
Who is Aunt Pam? Yeah, tell me about Aunt
So Aunt
Pam.
Pam, whenever it's Christmas or my birthday or Easter, she came through. She'll send me a little Venmo transaction, and she does fun pack openings. So shout out to Aunt Pam, of course.
No shot. And now is that like one of your IRL ants, or is that somebody's username?
That's my aunt. That's my aunt.
Oh,
She
that's
sends me
awesome,
like for
man.
like she'll send me money for my birthday. Then I just
Yeah.
spend it on packs. So I always shout her out on stream for doing the pack openings.
Yo, that's awesome, man. That's crazy. Let's see what else you got here. I'm gonna look for some good ones here.
Uh,
Shout out to Aunt Pam. Let's see here. Oh, here's a good. No, I'm not gonna do that one from Booty Licking. I'm gonna just ignore that. With a name like that, I probably have to delete that from my YouTube now. Let's see here. Oh yeah, somebody. I've heard multiple things about the 0 inches clip. What is the 0 inches clip? People are spamming this in the chat right now.
I don't know what they're talking about. It's a they must be delusional. I don't know what clip they're talking
Uh,
about,
See, guys,
but
doesn't exist.
yeah,
Calm down, guys.
yeah, maybe they can. I don't really remember. I don't know.
Yeah. No, these guys are guys. You guys gotta ask questions that are actually real here. I do have Twitter, Zeke. I do. I'll plug it after the podcast here. Okay, guys, one more good question. Give me one more good question. I'm looking in the chat here. Oh, here's a good question, Ferdy. Is anyone on PS4 and want to trade? That's it's not the kind of questions I'm looking for, bro. I'm on PS4. I'm like the only person on PS4 still. All right. Oh, and yeah, one other thing I wanted to ask you about because I see a lot of guys with this username in here. So so for those of you guys who don't know, a lot of people were looking forward to seeing this podcast last week on Sunday, and then I had something come up super last minute within the last hour where I wasn't able to do it, and Ferdy but Ferdy had tweeted it out, and I was getting a whole bunch of follows from these JMS dudes. Is JMS like associated with your channel, Ferdy? Like, where does it stand for something? Is it an acronym? And who are these guys?
So JMS was something that me and the chat started up early Madden 20. It was just a little abbreviation. I'd say we throw in the clan tag.
Yeah.
It does stand for something a little bit inappropriate, but it is what
Somebody
it is.
type it in the chat, guys. Type it in the chat.
It has taken on a new meaning.
Yeah.
Now it's just more shiesty. That's what we say for more proper
Yeah. Yeah.
terminology. But
Nice. Oh, that's the original.
yeah,
I see the original there
yeah,
too.
that's what it used to be. Because
Let's
I do
go.
say that a lot. I don't know why. Whenever I'm playing Madden, I say some weird shit like that. So that's kind of how it started. But
That's
that's
awesome,
what
man. That,
JMS means, yeah, for sure.
That's crazy, and that's got to be kind of amazing to have like people come in here that you're just a young dude out here on the internet, and to have people out here that are like really, you know, putting your name in their username, like that's kind of crazy. That's got to feel good knowing that you've had at least some sort of an impact on these dudes, even if they are degenerates, you know, typing in chats.
Oh no, they are for
yeah.
sure.
Hey, but honestly, Ferdy, I do appreciate you coming through here, man. It was really special to kind of get to know you and your community. I think you crushed it for your first ever interview, and man, I would definitely love to have you on anytime to talk Madden, talk other things like that. But appreciate you, man, and good luck going into Madden 23, and good luck going into Golden Ticket season, my friend.
Yeah, sir, appreciate it.
Appreciate.